Hey guys, it's Harleywood. Today I want to talk to you about something interesting that I found recently on the internet, and it's this Dragonfire tinder box. This stuff is being made now by a small, basically mom and pop kind of organization. However, the attention to detail and the care that they put into these is pretty outstanding, considering I know it's a very small family-run business. The owner is a guy named Daryl. He hand selects everything that goes in these bags. I've spoken with him at length, wanted to find out as much as I could before I did this review so I could give you as much information as possible. And every single thing that goes into these tinder kits, he hand picks and shreds and chops. So there you can see the back of this one. It's pretty cool. If you want a something to throw in a camping bag, if you're going on a 3-day or a weekend hike and you want something to throw in there so that regardless of what the weather throws at you, you know you have some dry tinder, this is probably a pretty good option for you. I can tell just by talking to Daryl that he truly enjoys firecraft. He truly enjoys putting together stuff to make it easier to survive in the outdoors. There's no petroleum products in here. Everything is completely natural. These are resealable bags, so if you were to throw this one in your backpack and hit the woods, I haven't even broken the seal on it yet, but you can open this up and then it's a Ziploc type bag that you can close back up and keep dry for your next use. But in here, I mean, there's birch bark, there's cedar shavings, apple wood. I don't know where he lives because we don't have a lot of this here in the Georgia area. Obviously pine needles, small pieces of fat wood. When I open this up, you'll see that there's small pieces of fat wood in there, and he even inspects the fat wood to make sure that it still has resin in it. I mean, a lot of attention to detail goes into this stuff. Cottonwood bark, there's ironwood in here, and like I said, a lot of these, I couldn't identify those trees if I had to, so I'm glad he knows how to do that and he puts these kits together. So what I wanted to do here today is break the two of these open. I'll actually show you some other stuff that he has. He makes his own char cloth, and it's in a vacuum sealed little pouch here. And then he makes these fire boxes. And the fire box this is recycled paper, but it's literally something you can just light on fire. And let's say as wet as your conditions could be, this will burn for 15 minutes and probably get any type of kindling lit, regardless of how wet it is. Or get it burning, regardless of how wet it is. So pretty cool, innovative little product. In fact, let's go ahead and start with this. So all the products that are all the items that I mentioned earlier also exist in this box. As you can see, it looks like there's, I mean, just all kinds of little pieces of fat wood in here. Shavings of all sorts, and I actually don't even want to burn this box, but I'm going to do it because I promised him I would. But this is pretty cool. I'll burn this and we'll see how long it goes. There's jute twine in here. It looks like it has a resin embedded in it. And it seems like that pulls the whole pouch out. Again, this is my unboxing just like it is for you to see it for the first time. So my guess is I can light that, or even the bottom corner of this box, and the whole thing's going to go up. So we'll get to this in a minute. Let's talk about these pouches. Kind of cool what he does with his shipping boxes also. He throws some birch bark in there. I mean, just a lot of attention to detail. You can tell he loves what he does. Fat wood sticks, and I mean, I can see the pitch in them. They are absolutely impregnated with pitch. This is just, it's a, what do they call it? The heart of the pine or whatever. And he wraps it with jute twine so that you can just unravel this, make a little bird's nest out of it, and light this up. God, that will probably burn for half an hour by itself. And he even throws in half a dozen of his own little match packs. So it rained, I mean, a ton here last night. So everything is soaked. And I'm not going to go through the process of, splitting kindling and all that stuff. You guys should all know how to do that. What I do want to do is show you how easy this stuff will make your job. So let's see. Let's talk about the difference between these two pouches. The smaller one, just the normal Dragonfire tinderbox pouch, is 6 ounces. Like I said, it's a waterproof pouch with all those various materials that I talked about earlier. Let me see if the camera will focus in on that. And I'll pull a bunch of this out. But you can just see all the different materials in there. The only difference with the extreme is that you get a little bit over 10 ounces, and it has magnesium shavings inside of it. And I don't know if you're going to see this on camera, but see all the little magnesium shavings in there? And it's all up throughout here as I look through it. So that would definitely help this burn a little bit hotter. I even see a piece of a little baby pine cone in there. Right there. Like I said, he does not put any petroleum-based products in these. What he does do, however, is on certain pieces of the fat wood and some of the larger pieces, and this is what made me think of it, I think this little pine cone has some on it. He uses beeswax and a soy wax combination. The beeswax is a little bit too hard and the soy is a little bit soft, so he mixes the two together to get kind of the right consistency, and then soaks certain products in here, or coats certain products in here, so that you can get a little bit longer burn time. So let's go ahead and start with the basic one, and let me get the camera in a little bit closer and I'll show you how this works. Alright, we're going to start with the basic. Break that vacuum seal. Stuff smells so good too. Here you can see all sorts of cedar shavings. Some of it's kind of a medium thickness. That's going to burn really well. It's all absolutely as dry as could be. Sorry, there's mosquitoes out here. Lots of different shavings in there. Try to get some of the finer stuff that seems to have fallen down to the bottom. There's some pine needles there. Oh, look at this. It looks like a dryer lint, actually. So that'll take a spark really nicely. And what I have out here with me today are a few different things. If you've seen my Get Home Bag video, you'll know that this is my fire kit. In here I have everything from waterproof matches, 2 big lighters, a magnesium flint and steel. I have my own dryer lint, and etc. So I think I'm going to actually start with the fire still, and then I'll use actually I don't need the big lighter because he provided matches, so I will use those. Alright, let's get a little bit more out of here. And that dryer lint there is what I'm counting on to take this spark. Set some of this off to the side so I can throw it on there. Oh, look at that. I don't know what that is. That looks like almost like dandelion. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Look at that. It looks like dandelion pieces. Man, that'll catch a good spark. It's like its own little bird nest he's got built in here. And you know what? I mean, as big as this pouch is, this six ounces could probably last you quite a while. You get one good spark in there. Oh, it's cattail. That's what it is. It's cattail. Look at that. See if I can get it focus. It's a piece of a cattail. And if you're anything into bushcrafting or firecraft, you will know that cattail is probably one of the best bird nest kind of materials that you can have. So I'm going to save the rest of this pouch. Let me go ahead and seal this back up. And I should have brought my entire bug out bag with me because I do have mosquito spray and they're driving me nuts. So excuse me if you see me swatting at them. Alright, so I'm going to use my fire still. One thing I have not tried is, if you saw my video on my new skinning knife, it's kind of going to be my woods knife. This is the Benchmade Saddle Mountain Skinner. But I'm going to try to light this off with this. So, here we go. chances. You could probably throw some additional magnesium shavings in. If you've seen my fire kit video, you know that I do have those. And I'm not a fire crafter. I'm kind of getting into this, so this is, you know, I'm not making this look as good as it really is. But you saw that it does work. Let's get the extreme out there and see if there's any difference. All right, and here's the extreme. Like I said, this has magnesium shavings in with the product. I can see why they call it the extreme. Look at this. Put this down. Come on, focus. Look at all the pine pitch that's oozing out of that. So I'm actually going to use this little bundle here. I'm going to fray this up a little bit, and we're going to use this to light it. If you've never used jute twine to light your fire, it will make your job a lot easier. A lot of guys will impregnate it with Vaseline and stuff like that to get it a little bit of a longer burn time. As you could see by my earlier attempt, I am no firecrafter, so I might have to cheat a little bit and give myself an advantage. But in the end, I don't think it's about, especially if you're able to prepare yourself at home and this is part of your bug out bag, I think it's about giving yourself the best odds. And as you get better and better at it, then learning to use only what nature provides you. As I showed, I am not the best at this, so I am perfectly fine cheating a little bit and using some accelerants. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting this kind of frayed out, a little bit of a bird's nest, so to speak, so it'll take a really good spark. And I've still got the basic stuff down there, but I am going to try to pull out some stuff that has the magnesium shavings in it. And we'll see if we can't get this piece of fat wood lit. And this time, just to save you a little bit of time on this video, I am going to use the lighter, or excuse me, the matches that he provided. Let's go ahead and use a little bit of this birch bark here too. There we go. It's nice that he provides the matches, lightweight, and there's what, 20 strikes in there, something like that. It's all about using the right product, I guess. That was a much better attempt than the first go around, and like I said, that's not the product's fault. That is the fact that I am still learning this craft. There you go. If that doesn't get your fire started, I don't know what will. But even in the wettest of conditions, I can see you being able to, you know, continually add pieces onto this. In fact, let's get some of the magnesium shavings seem to have all settled to the bottom. There's some throughout here. Let's see if I can do this without putting it out. I don't know if you can hear that on the video, but I can hear the sizzling and popping. There we go. Look at that. I'm telling you, the stuff that he hand picks for these bags is pretty incredible. This is a fantastic product, guys. I think I'm going to get myself another smaller one of these, the gear pods. I've done a review of these also. Although that does add some weight, it probably weighs less just putting this bag in there, but and this is waterproof, so I guess I don't really need to. So you store it however suits you best. Like I said, it is absolutely soaking wet out here. It rained so hard last night. There's that applewood twigs. Let's save the rest of this. And let's go ahead and try this box. Like I said, we have this tinder box that he has provided here. And I have a feeling this is going to go up like gangbusters. Let me see if I can just set it on here. Nope, or drop it on. Yeah, that's going to go up real quick. I almost hate to get rid of it. It's a pretty cool product. And I'm going to have to back up. I can feel that heat already. So the only other thing that I haven't shown you yet is the char cloth. Let's go ahead and break a piece of this open. Or break a piece out, I should say. There's probably, I don't know, 15, 20 pieces in there. Very cool. And while this is burning, let me reposition the camera and see if we can't get this to take a spark really easy. Give me just a minute. Alright, so while this continues to burn, I've probably had the video off for 3 or 4 minutes while I got ready for this. You can see it's burning really nicely. Let's go ahead and get this char cloth ready. And I am not the best at shooting sparks, as you can see from the previous try. So again, this is nothing that the product is at fault for. Nope, first time, hit it. Yeah. Okay, so it worked. Again, that was just a small piece. Caught spark on the first attempt, and if I had nursed it a little better, it would have lit up. So that's it, guys. I mean, God, I don't know how long this thing's gonna burn. Probably a while, I'm gonna guess. So the only other thing that I can think of, again, I am not the best at this. So let's, you know what? Let's try something. In my kit here, I have a little bit of alcohol hand sanitizer, and I have dryer lint and a bunch of other things. So, and then, oh, you know what? I also have a little tiny thing of Vaseline. I wonder how much longer some of this stuff would burn if we coated it a little bit. So, I hate to use all this nice chunk of cattail here, but let's try something. Ooh, there we go. I don't know if you saw that, but that went right up. The alcohol burned on it quite nicely. And I don't know if you can tell that on video, but it's still burning. And if I had let it dry, but it's got a nice slow burn to it now. If I let it dry, it probably would have burned a little bit slower. And let's try a little bit of Vaseline on something here. I don't necessarily think he should do this with his product, just for the mess factor alone. God, this would be a... I can't imagine him working in his shop and coating everything with Vaseline. What a nightmare. So let me put this on top of that little bundle there. And I'm going to get another one of his matches to light this up. Actually, I think this is still holding a spark in there. Yeah. This is why I probably would not recommend that he does this as part of his normal product. Luckily, I brought a paper towel knowing I was going to be doing that. Alright, let's get one of his matches out. Yeah, boy, the oils in that birch bark, they go up nice. So again, just another way that you can kind of cheat a little bit and give yourself an advantage. I mean, what do you guys think? I'm highly impressed. I don't know about you, but this tinder box from Dragonfire, I mean, you saw that was a very little tiny pinch out of this bag, and there's no doubt I could get a bigger fire started with that. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll post a link to his website below. His name's Daryl. Really nice guy. Like I said, he hand picks everything that goes in these bags. This is not, you know, him just throwing a bunch of shit in a wood chipper, and you get whatever comes out the other end. So, any questions or comments, post them in the comment section below. Hit subscribe. Lots of new videos if you love outdoor stuff, gun stuff, tactical gear stuff. I'm just a normal guy having fun and doing guy shit. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Still going. That's been about 15 minutes since I ended the video now. I mean, it is burning really nice and slow. Sorry, I'm doing the handheld now. Doing a little bit of Blair Witch shake for you. Look at that. And even this little piece, that last thing that I lit, it's burning. This bed piece right here was sitting out all night in the rain, and it has now caught that. So, good stuff.